Python is a high-level object-oriented programming language in which contains objects, threads, exceptions, and data management. It is a simple program met and it is used at any platform like Windows, Linux, and etc. I hope this is about Python.
That's very cool. But yeah, I want more answer, more interaction with you guys. If you know about something as accepted this one, you can tell us. Otherwise, I will explain you what is a Python. Why we have done this.
If nobody's answering, then Amit, let's start.
Yeah. So let's basically start that as you know that why is it not is it clear? I'm audible, Nagesha?
Yeah, you are audible clearly.
Okay. So basically, Python is not is a normal language which help you to interact with machines. Yeah, as everyone knows about that. But why we adopt a Python? In the other scenario, if you choose another language, C, Kotlin, Java, and other languages like .NET and other things. So over there, you are using a static things, not a dynamic thing. And somewhere machines wants a dynamic because they want update in every seconds. So how you can interact with that and how you can make the your functionality in the dynamic way, which helps you to reduce your time, your space, and other things. So that's why we introduced Python because every language are doing the same thing. The machine learning and other thing also implementing the Java and other things. But Python is giving you a little bit yeah, user friendly as well as the dynamic things. And mainly, you say that Python is interactively easier than the other languages because it is basically say that this is the high level language. Okay, so and another advantage of Python is that they have their own inbuilt libraries. Okay, so in inbuilt libraries means that doesn't mean that you have a inbuilt some functions. You can implement that thing in other languages also, like mating and header files and other things. So you can make this thing in the Python, but you have implement that thing in the easier way. That's a really good. As the PPT says that what is Python, the open source and object-oriented high-level interactive language. Okay, so they introduced this thing because somewhere the code length is increasing day by day in the other languages in programming. So they reduced this thing and made simple languages which really helpful you to interact in easier way and made different things. And right now in the this dynamic era, Python is really not a vast language, but they have wrapping the all over the market. They can make your mobile app. They can make your like web applications. They can interact with the machines. They can interact with your the artificial intelligence and other things also. Yeah, we have a different languages for that, like AI for the AI and the machine learning. We have our languages. We have Ruby and we have Gone also. But why we suddenly choose as Python itself? Yeah, in this creativity, saw that one picture. Like he is a really hero over here for the Python language, or like he developed this thing. I don't know why he will develop, but yeah, right in the this era, it's really helpful to everyone, I think. And in the like in India also, the Python is implementing a day by day increment of that thing. So we have a different frameworks for that, and they can implement it in easier way. Can you switch the slide, Keshav? Yeah. Why learn Python's? Okay, basically, first advantage they easily interact with AI and machine learning. Python is a beginner-friendly language with the neat and a cool syntax, normal or friendly syntax. We say that. If you missing over in the somewhere in the semicolons, that doesn't mean your code is gonna get giving an error. And it and main thing is that is the open source. But yeah, it's dependent with the net, internets and other things. If you have a what? Okay, so This is easily interact with your system, but if there's a lack of net or they didn't have internet, they did work that because all libraries are inbuilt in the own system as well as the server. Yeah, one question is raised from the Raj. Okay, I think he was asking that what is AL and ML. Okay, when it's come to interact with the ML, that means machine learning. How you can train your machines and build some new features. Like let me take one example. If you saw the any car and other things which are easily do their work, and they are adapting the environment in which you are doing, like for the movement of the car. Why is it not clear? Speak slowly. That's everybody can. Okay. Okay. Is it Keshav? That my voice is not clear?
Yeah, actually, what you are saying, it's like it's not getting clearly. It's not audible clearly. Just say it a bit properly, like in front of the mic.
Okay, okay, okay. I think some. Uh, okay. Now is it fine?
Yeah, now it's fine. Last time it was like glitchy or something. Now
Okay,
it's
so I
fine.
think that's a glitch. Okay. Normally, is that what is AI, AL, and AI and ML? So basically, when you deal with the machine, how you train the machine, and how your machine will adapt your environment. Okay. So how they can adapt your environment and how they can manage the whole things without helping of any human beings, without taking any help from the human beings, and the same time that the whole process coming the ML, the machine learning. Okay. So when you deal with that, can Keshav show you some examples, and then he will or she will get easily.
Let me see the question. What did they ask?
They ask for the ML and AI.
Guys, if we start with AI and ML right now, then there are many beginners with us. They will get confused. So we don't want them to be confused also.
But we can give the some a little bit introduction regarding the AI
We
and
can give introduction, but it's okay.
yeah.
They can get confused. That's why I was telling you.
Yeah, we can introduce that whole thing after that, but yeah, give some normal examples so they can easily get.
Now it is a screen visible now. It's seeing now.
AI is visible. Okay, there's a glitch in my cameras. Yeah.
So
So over here we have a normal data which are basically manually we have inserted. Okay. So how we can perform, how we can check whether this email is belonging to this one or not. So we train the machine according to giving some commands. And when you giving some commands, it can directly get the whole data and manage the whole data in that format and some like structure where the machine can easily take the whole data. Okay, I think they can, yeah. Can you show the plot of the graph here? And after that, the data which they are using and the data which we're getting, they can plot in such a way that he or she can or the machine can easily grab the whole thing. So how you can manage and how you can control the whole machine system, that's a thing is come under this machine learning and the AI part. I think now is it this is clear. So we can move towards the topic for today's agenda, not coming to the other parts. Yeah. So Python is basically open source, but they are dependent with their internet connections because the whole libraries and whole thing which you are dealing with that things come under the connection with the internet. Okay. Support different programming paradigms. Okay, what that means? They can interact with the other things also, like some other databases, something which you can easily get from the other sources. Like, for example, Java, there's a JDBC and ODBC. So in ODBC, they are directly deal with the other languages databases, and in JDBC, they directly with the frameworks and the other things which made in the Java itself. I hope this is clear to everyone. What's the supporting different the programming paradigm? Okay, can you, yeah, Bishop, can you slow down? Okay, platform independent because as Keshav said that Windows, Linux, and other things also deal with that. Yeah, they have powerful IDE. Okay, they have a different libraries. They have like collections of libraries which really helpful to you in the other field of interest. Like for example, if you are dealing with the web application, they have different libraries to make this thing. If you are dealing with other things like the mobile app, they have a backend. They can provide a backend. Is it clear to everyone?
Yes, sir.
What about others? Is it clear, or did you want more little bit yeah, changes in the speed or something?
Clear, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So come to the libraries, which basically we are using in the Python. There are some basic important libraries like NumPy, Pandas. Okay, MATLAB is there, sklearn is there, TensorFlow and other language, other frameworks also, which really help you to in the future purpose. Keshav, can you scroll down? Okay. So right now, where the programming language is, yeah, where Python you can have it. Who is using a Python? Everything right now, every big companies and other things is basically demanding with the Python because Python is user friendly and give them like a way where you can deal with other things. Like where, like let's take one example of Raspberry Pi. Why we are dealing with the Raspberry Pi? Okay, Raspberry Pi and the Arduino normally used in like to frame anything which is IoT based. So over there, we can use a Python language to interact the machine and connect the IoT part, IoT devices with the machine. So they can give you a good response and good efficiency. So over there, you are using the Python language. That Raspberry Pi is single board communication computer. Python is an educator language. So they can use. Okay, there are many advantages in that. Who is using Python? It's clear, I think. And let's come to the another point. In the YouTube itself, when you are dealing with some large files and an arrangement of that things, you can deal and you can make with this thing with the part of the framework, let's say that like you can use with the Django to make that whole type of devices. And yeah, main thing, the microprocessor like right now is there. So in the microprocessor things, we can meet with the Python, with the framework of Flask, and in the Flask itself, when you are dealing with that, they can give you a structure in which you can deal normally with the frameworks. You can deal and you can manufacture the different structure of the libraries and other things. I think this is clear to everyone. Right now, Python is why they are necessary and why they are important. Rishabh, can you check out the
Yeah,
question?
so the peer-to-peer file sharing system is like peer is people, okay? So BitTorrent, torrent downloading is like peer to peer. So let's say I have a file of 100 MB, okay, and that particular file has been downloaded by one person, the complete file. So that person can act as an uploader, okay. So let's say I download the 100 MB file and I wanted to upload or I wanted to share it with everyone. So I uploaded it on the peer-to-peer file sharing system. When I uploaded it on the peer-to-peer file sharing system, anybody who downloads it also starts to upload that particular file. Okay, and like that, you can always turn it off, but like automatically it starts seeding. Where there are two things when you download torrent files. One is number of peers, and the other is number of seeders. Okay, so that is what. And there is one more term known as leechers. So the leechers are people who just download the file and they don't like peer it back. Okay, and the peers are complete. Like uh, peers is equal to seeders plus leechers, and seeders are those who upload those files to everyone. Okay, so the peer-to-peer file sharing system can also be built using Python it because a peer-to-peer file sharing system requires multiple access to different computers at the same time for a particular file, which Python can provide. I hope I answered your question. Next generation. Can you show me how it works? Mm, guys,
Yeah,
torrent is banned in India. Sorry, can't.
we can give. I think Keshav, we can give the normal project, showing the normal project after the whole thing.
Yeah, like we can share it after the class, like after the whole course is completed on the last day.
Yeah, we can show you the little bit similar code the top.
Okay,
Yeah.
great.
So jump to the
Let's
next
move
slide,
forward.
Keshav. Okay, so in the application of Python, as I already tell you that there are many applications for Python. This is the normal where you can use the Python, like automations of self-driving cars and that these things. But yeah, over here, over here you can deal with the IoT part. Right there, you can use the Python to machine learning. Deal with how the IoT
Huh?
part will combine. Okay. And the credits and healthcare also you can deal with it. Right now in the pending situation, many things are made up with IoT part, like opening a door after checking the whether they are probably taking a mask or not.
अफरीन
And
सुल्ताना कौन है अफरीन सुल्ताना
what's going on?
Let's continue, Amit.
Okay, so Anuj, do not take like this again. So jump another citation. Actually, I have already told the whole things. So can we will jump towards how we can install the whole things in the Python and how we can download the whole things and how we can deal with that Python to operate with your mobiles, your cell phones and other things. Okay, Keshav, you can tell the whole process.
Yeah, I'll tell it. So guys, I hope everybody is ready for installing Python on your devices. Just turn your laptops on if you haven't. Okay, and let's start. First, we'll go to Python. Just search Python. Okay, and you'll get python.org. Just go to that file, that website. Okay, and now let's go to the downloads and whatever device you're using. If you're using Windows, if you're using Mac OS, if you're using Linux, just download that particular uh, version for your computers. Okay, guys, I want a thumbs up if everybody is trying over here. Those who are trying, just drop a thumbs up or uh, any emoji you like. Just go ahead so that we can know that Yeah, people are trying. Okay, great. So I would recommend downloading the latest stable version release of uh, Python. Okay, so just download Windows installer. Okay, and just click on it, and your download will start. It's just a 27 MB file. If your system is a 32-bit system, then you have to install Windows installer for 32-bit, not 64. So be careful over there, and let's start the download. Okay, now if everybody has downloaded it, let me guide you through the process. Guys, once everybody download it, just drop done, like everybody else is dropping. Those who have downloaded it. Okay, so when you open the particular uh, exe file, then you will get a pop-up like this. Okay, dialog box like this, and then just add Python 3.9 to path. Just click on this particular checkbox.
Hello.
Who is this? Anuj, if you have any question, then you can ask it. Otherwise, please don't disturb the class.
Okay, sir. Okay.
Yeah. So after adding it, then we can install it. Just click on install now. I have already installed it, so I won't be doing it. Just click on install now. If you have any problem, then just screenshot it and drop on the WhatsApp chat. Just click on install now. Before clicking on install now, just click on add Python to the path. That's it. And drop when you have completed the installation.
Hello.
Yeah.
Actually, I am connected to Android. Currently, मतलब मैं अभी घर में नहीं था, तो
Okay.
मेरा आवाज आपको लोग का आवाज बहुत धीमी आ रहा है.
My voice is like low.
Actually, no. Actually, it's not.
Yes, sir. Your voice not clear.
Please
I
continue.
think you have
Devanga,
network issue right
yeah,
now.
Devanga, you have some network issue because your voice is breaking.
Hello.
Speak loudly.
Yeah.
Hello.
क्या खलील?
Okay.
Yeah, Khalil.
Yeah, I'm from Bangladesh. I'm listening you to voice clearly. Okay.
Okay.
I think their network is slow. I think your voice is clear. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Khalil.
Sir,
Thank you. Welcome. Bye.
sir, speak loudly.
Anuj, I think you have some issue regarding net. So please check out your net and then tell this thing. Your voice is clear.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Sir, your
Rohit,
voice
if you
is
have any
not
issue,
clear.
then you can share your screen.
Currently, I'm not running that laptop.
Okay.
Yes, but
So if you have any issue, then why don't you give a screenshot of the WhatsApp group? I will check it out.
sure, I will.
And guys, another thing, if you have any query, you can raise your hand and I will just stop over there. And one by one, you can unmute yourself and ask the questions.
सर क्लास कब ओवर होगी?
It's 7:30.
Okay.
And another thing that Anuj do not like act like as a baby. Okay.
Sir, your voice is clear, sir.
Thank you. Yogi.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, sir, continue. Referring text.
Rohit, did you install it or are you facing difficulty now also?
Actually, what I was facing an issue, it was giving me an error that port 443 is not allowed on my laptop, like that issue.
Okay, so give me your Anydesk ID, and after this
Um,
class, I will check out this.
sure.
Okay. Okay.
Set up successfully.
That's nice.
So now after setting it up,
So
anybody?
Python 3.9.5 is not allowed in Windows 7, it is showing. So which one should
Yeah,
I use for Windows 7?
Okay. Then
Okay.
for Windows 7, you have to use.
I
this
will tell you one thing, guys.
3.8.9.
Guys, the earlier stable version is 3.95 is right now, but you will use supposed to do 3.6 or 3.7 for the Windows 7 version. Windows 7 people, you can use the 3.6 or 3.7 because they basically have their inbuilt libraries. Okay.
Just keep on searching below, you will find it. Okay, the 3.6 version. See,
Anush,
the 3.6 cannot be. This is 3.5. This is 3.8. You can use 3.8 on like Windows 7. On Windows XP, it's not allowed.
Sir, I think Anuj is disturbing us. He joined the class for disturbing only.
Yeah, Anuj can be removed from the lecture also. He
Yeah.
has been removed. Okay.
that's done.
So, sorry, I didn't catch your name. Who had a difficulty installing on Windows 7?
Yeah, myself, sir. Are you saying about 3.8.2?
No, you can
Is that-
You can download
3.67.
anything below 3.8. Okay. Anything below or equal to 3.8.
Okay, fine.
Okay. So after installing, if anybody over here is using any kind of text editor, so kindly drop it on the chat box, like which text editor they are using, because it will be a great help to know what the most of our
I use VS Code.
VS Code. Great. Okay. Anybody else over here use VS Code? Debanga, can you mute yourself?
Yep. Sure.
Okay. Okay. So most of you are PyCharm. I'm using VS Code.
Yeah, PyCharm is also good. Yeah, many I think more
Let's
than
go
70% doing
VS
the
Code.
business code. Yeah.
Okay. So let's go with VS Code. Pratik?
Keshav, do one thing. Tell them how you can set the environment.
No, actually, I already did now. On installation only, I
You
showed
can,
them.
but yeah, sometimes some Windows not getting this thing. Some giving the error. So you can tell them how they can if they are facing some error. There.
Great, then let's start with that only. So wherever I installed my Python, I also don't remember where I installed it.
Not a big issue. Go to the ID. Keshav, search the
Oh,
ID.
right, correct.
Not opening ID. Click on right. Type ID. Yeah. Not. Keshav, do one thing.
3.7.
In
Wait.
search box, go ID and clicking on right click, yeah, open this. Yeah.
It's a shortcut.
Again, do this thing.
Wait, I have to do this for the 3.6.
Okay. One file location. Again, open the file location. Right click. Okay.
So guys, this is my this is the directory in which my Python is installed. If anyone also wants to know where they have installed it, they can do the same steps. They can retrace their steps by searching for IDLE on their search bar and then opening their file location. And this particular thing will give you the the start file location. Okay, it will give you the shortcuts location. Then again you have to run open file location. Then you will get it. Did anyone tell something like they were talking?
I think Vanshika is watching something. So move forward. Okay, sure.
So
Hello.
Yeah.
repeat it again.
Hello.
Sir, last
What is the
there is
script
a
of the Python? What is the running screen of Python?
Running
Window of the Python. How does it look like? The Python
running
screen.
window for Python.
Okay, then in the IDE.
Let's open it. Okay, I will show you. Ideally.
Is it like command prompt? Like command prompt?
No, it's no,
It's
it's
not looking like
like
command
that.
prompt.
But
It
here,
can act like a command prompt because they
I
will
see.
like interpreter, so they can access the one line code. But for the their field, you can use as a compiler also.
But here is showing the command like command prompt. Okay.
Yeah.
Syntax.
Yeah, he was doing.
With 32, after that greater than sign.
Yeah, it was showing you the command prompt, but not.
I
It's
see.
not like a command prompt, and I already tell you that. No?
Okay, sure. Thank you. I'm waiting.
Yeah.
See, terminal will look like this.
I see.
Okay, but it is not terminal.
Over
It's
here you have
Python shell.
passing. Yeah. Over here you have passing that address, and then you can use that the whole particular thing. But in the IDE, the command give you a plus b is equal to this, then it will show you the output.
In Python shell, you can only run Python commands, but in terminal, you can run all the system commands. That's the difference. I hope. What's your name? Sorry, I didn't catch it. Khalil, right?
Yeah. I'm Khalil.
Yeah,
speaking
Khalil.
from Bangladesh. Yeah. So
I hope you got it.
But I'm showing here like CPROM. Okay. Just CPROM here.
CPUB?
CPROM. Just command prompt.
Okay. So, okay, when you found the file location, first let me all of you check if your command like pip command is running. Go for cmd and just write pip. Pip. Okay, and if something like this comes, as you can see on my screen.
No.
What's it showing?
Track back most recent cell last file study line 1 in module name error names, so command is not defined. It's like this. Can I send my screenshot to you?
Yeah, you can send the. Yeah.
Can I?
Yeah, send it.
Okay, sure. I will just wait. Okay, just carry on. I'm sending you. Okay, just carry on. Just go forward.
Okay. I don't know who this is, but on the group, someone in the alias of website designing, he sent a photo. Okay, over there, guy, you have Windows 7. So I already warned everyone that in Windows 7 that you have to install Python that is below 3.8.
I'm running Windows 10. Okay.
Okay. Not no. I was not talking about you. Somebody on the group.
Oh, sure. Sorry.
How to open this phone? Okay. Go to search box. Keshav, again, can you tell this one? How to open the command prompt? CMD.
Start plus R if you're using Windows. Then just type CMD and this command will open.
You can directly search in the type here to search. You can type the command CMD and then you can also dot this one.
Okay. So now just type in the command pip. Okay. And if you get something like this, then you will then pip is installed on your path. If it's not, then we will move further. If anybody did not get this, then I want them to answer in the chat box.
I'm not getting it like this. Okay, what is the chat box? I'm going to find it. I like to send you the.
Send it.
I think Kali, you are. Kali, I think your environment is not set. That's why it's not giving you the thing.
Okay, I'm sending now.
Yeah.
Just wait. Yeah. Thank you. Okay, forward, please.
Okay, sure. Move forward.
So, for those who did not get this, get the particular answer like that. Okay, let's go to manage. Oh, no, not manage.
Keshav, do one thing. if someone getting this type of error like pip is not there or this command is not recognized. So Keshav, open that ID, search the ID. Okay, open a file location. Again, go to the file location of that. Yeah. Go to the bin. Yeah, it's over here in the lib. Yeah, lib in the lib. In the lib itself, I think there is a bin. Okay, copy this path. First of all, copy this path.
It's in the script folder, bin.
No, not a bin. A bin also, and the lib also.
In the scripts folder, we will get the pip.
Okay, sure. Actually, taking a yeah. In the lib, go to the lib.
Yeah.
Yeah, copy the part of the lib, the address path.
Okay.
Copy it and go to the desktop again. Click on the right button or the in the icon of this PC. Go to this PC. Click right button. Yeah, go to property. After moving to the property, guys, there's a in the right hand side there is an advanced setting, system setting. Yeah, advanced system setting you will get. After this, click on the environment variable. You got this one, and over here there's a path. Click on the path. When you click on the path,
then just paste the scripts file.
Yeah.
See, it gives the scripts file location.
Yeah.
Not the
path, that path which you have copied, you can paste it over here and then click OK. After click OK, the path will get set over in the system, and then you can use CMD and then use pip. It will show you. It didn't give you an error, or it didn't give you something else.
Let's start from the start. Okay, let's start from the beginning. I will redo the steps. Okay. Those who did not get it, just watch it again. If anybody is having any problem.
Keshav, copy the three paths: bin, Python path, and the lib path.
It works so the same. Okay. So this is the Python path. Okay. So what we will do, we'll go to this PC. Okay. Then computer. Okay. Then system properties. This particular page will open. Now on the right side you will get advanced system settings. Okay, just go there, then click on environment variables. You will see two parts, that is a system variable and a user variable. You do not want to do anything on the system variable. Okay, all the things you want to do would be on the user variable. So now just click on new if you have not if you don't have any path over here. So when you click on new, then you have to give a variable name. Okay, as I have already given path, just write PATH. Okay, and then in the variable value just paste whatever location you have copied. Am I clear to everyone? Okay, and then you just click OK, and I already have a path, that's why I'm not uploading it. Okay, and then when you are done, just again go to your Python folder. Okay, then search for scripts folder. See, over here you can find scripts. Go to scripts folder, again copy the path, copy it, and go to your system properties again, and then add another path as new. Okay, and paste it. Just select this path, edit it, and paste the new. Click on new and paste the new new file location. And before saving it, just add a backslash to it. At the ending, just add a backslash. See, in the end, I have a backslash. So without backslash, you won't be able to run pip command. Okay. and this is Python. These two are the basic requirements for uploading or using CMD for Python. After doing it, just everyone please acknowledge on the chat box.
No, I think in the Mac itself, it will take the whole path. And if you are facing the same problems, yeah, over the Mac also the same proper thing is gonna there. The completely whole things. Yeah, if you're facing any issues, you can give me, you can drop me a text in my WhatsApp number, on my WhatsApp number, and then give me your NetS ID. I will manage the whole thing.
Since most of the people over here are working on VS Code, so we will start using VS Code only for this particular course session. Okay. For those who are not, if you're not using VS Code, I would provide you the link in the message box for downloading it. Okay, you can check it for Windows, for Linux, for Mac. Okay, and just download the system installer for whatever system bit you have, like 32-bit or 64-bit.
Or your experience, this take too long. But think take a too long time. I do not get it. I didn't get it. I think the whole process. Yeah, if you're thinking about that, the whole process, it's only for one time. When you do these things, you didn't get the other error over there. But yeah, if you are facing some error, then you will do this thing, the steps. Otherwise, you did not do the same steps. You directly open your command prompt and it will work.
So guys, who all over here are downloading VS Code?
Maybe most of it not able to download, I think. Please send the link to the WhatsApp group.
WhatsApp group?
Yeah, for the visual, yeah.
I have already dropped it on drop down on the drop chat menu. See?
Hi Amit, this is Rajesh. I have a small doubt since I'm very new to this Python platform actually. So I am trying to get these things from the scrap. So I have a series of doubts which may not be, I think so, just go through with this live session. Might be it will be a bit boring for the other people. So is there any chance for me to contact you further after this session?
Yeah,
so that
you
I
can
can
drop your words in the WhatsApp and I will directly connect with you.
Okay. Yeah, first of all, I just need to know things, what is Python and where it is being used. Since I'm a graphic designer and been in the field for more than 10 plus years, and this is a new thing I'm just trying to get into. So I need to learn something from the scratch. So first thing I need to know what is Python and where it is being implemented and how it has been used for. Second thing, right now you have got me some technical terms. I have installed the software as you told me. Right now I have just got these things, but I don't know what is this Visual Studio and what it is for used actually.
Yeah,
And,
drop your right now, Rajesh. Drop me every questions in my like in DM me the whole questions and I will answer. Not a big issue.
Okay, will there be any chances so that after the session I can make you a call?
Yeah, you can. Yeah, you can.
Okay, so what should I do now? Should I need to make you a mail or what is that?
No, directly DM me on the WhatsApp.
Okay, cool. Okay, cool. Can you please drop me your WhatsApp number so that I can just do that soon?
Yeah, okay.
Okay, cool. I'm so sorry in case if I'm interrupting you.
No, not a big. Not a problem.
Thank you. Thank you.
Okay.
Where will the recording uploaded?
Okay, that recording will be got in the YouTube channel. I will send you the link also in the group.
Okay.
So Sarthak, after installing, So Sarthak, after installing, you will have a option of customizing, like customizing as in the sense of if you want a dark theme or a light theme. Okay, just go with the flow, whatever you want.
Keshav, do not install this one. Huh?
No, I'm not installing it. No.
Yeah.
So this is, let's open a new window. Okay, so this is the VS Code. Okay, it's not particularly like this because I've used some themes over here. Okay, so
Sarthak, take a screenshot and give it to me. Keshav, you can carry on. I will answer that.
Okay. So this is what the Visual Studio Code looks like. Okay, first let's go to the extension part. Extension parts would look like this. Okay, when you hover on it, then you will get the extension name. Now search in the extensions that are Python. Okay, first search for Python and download the Python, only the Python, that is IntelliSense. Okay, so as you can see, you will see a logo like this. Download this one. Okay, then Python for VS Code, Python extension. And if you want, you can download other extensions also. Or like I've downloaded some more extensions like Python snippets, Python path, Qt per Python, Pylance. These are some of the other extensions that I have downloaded it. But for now, if you want, you can download these 3 extensions. The first 3 that I'm showing you: Python for VS Code, Python extension pack. That's it for now. But if you want, you can install more. And
yeah, Sarthak, Keshav, give me 1 minute. Sarthak, basically, they were asking that pick the theme. Like if you want a dark theme, if you want a white theme. Actually, Keshav was dealing with the dark theme, so you can also use that. Pick the theme which you want. I think Keshav, that's not a problem. That's normal thing. You will pick one of them. Okay, screen is small to read. Okay. So, yeah, we'll answer this one. So, normally, a difference between the PyCharm and the Visual Studio Code is that normal way. When you're dealing with the PyCharm, it will give you a good like environment friendly. But in the Visual Studio Code, you can deal with the Flutter and other frameworks which you can use. The PyCharm is basically you can use it for Python. And yeah, moreover, Visual Studio Code is lighter than the PyCharm. It didn't take up more disk space.
Juliana, I suppose you had some issues with installing Python on Mac.
So actually, it's really small because I make the VS Code and the meeting at the same time on the screen. This is really small in the Mac. So I didn't see what you recommend. So can you just write in the chat and I can just go to the Google and check again what is that?
Okay. Hello, is it possible to full screen only for you screen? The other screen is not known necessary. The participant, the right side. Okay.
Keshav, you can click on the more and then the full screen. You can use the full screen.
It's better to you do the full screen. Okay. No need to all the people show here.
Can you the chat one? I should.
More bigger, please. Yeah, it's a little bit bigger, but I need the more bigger still will be happening.
Okay, change the layout.
Was it visible?
Yeah, better than the previous one. But if like it's readable, but more bigger, I think will be happen. Okay, if you can.
Okay.
For all the participants, okay? Not for me or no.
No,
Okay.
I understood it.
Thank you.
Can you please repeat the process? Okay.
So see, after installing VS Code, okay, you have to open it. Just open it, and after opening it, over here you will get an extension on the left panel. You will get an extension option. Okay, when you hover on the particular icon, you will see an extension written on the tagline. Okay, just click on it, and over here you will find a search bar. It's extensions, and the search bar will be written as search extensions in marketplace. Over here, just search for Python. Okay. After searching for Python, install these three particular Python extensions. That is Python for VS Code, Python extension pack. These three things are recommended for working on VS Code with Python because it provides really beautiful UI too, and it helps you in distinguishing different what are parameters, what are arguments, and what are functions, and they are really useful. So just go and download these three particular extensions.
Sorry to interrupt. Actually, if I'm clear, this Visual Code Studio Code is is a place where we are going to write the code and we are going to execute from this place, isn't it?
Yeah, that's it. You got it.
As
right.
like in C, we used to write it on a notepad or something like that. This is a writing pad. That's it, right?
Yep. Yeah.
But still, we can even do it with some other platforms like Notepad or something as well.
Yeah, you can do it, but like over here, it's user friendly. When we start coding, right now we are not. So when we start coding, you will automatically feel that writing on this is like really easy for you because let's say you define something, let's say you defined a function, okay, and you are calling that particular function, and you don't know what kind of parameters are passed to that particular function. The VS Code itself has these extensions. Because of these extensions, you can just right click on that particular function name and go to that definition and see what parameters are passed to it.
Okay. Once if you have been in an expert mode after getting through with this Studio Code, even you are open to write the same scripts in the normal notepads or any
you can write
documents.
Yeah, you can write. See, basically we use VS Code because of its auto completion, its IntelliSense mode. Okay. Over here, as you can see, IntelliSense. That means that whatever you start typing, okay, whatever comes, like let's say I want to print a statement. The command for printing a statement is print, a simple print. If I write PRI, okay, it automatically senses that I want to write print.
Okay, so it refers you what's the code you are trying to go, and it will refer you how the syntax to be.
Yeah, it also helps in finding out syntax errors. Okay, if let's say you didn't define, or you, like it's object oriented. So let's say you didn't import a particular class or a function. So it automatically highlights that particular line that you didn't import that particular function before because you're using it, and before using it, you didn't import it. So it's really helpful. But in like in Notepad, you will keep on searching where the error comes.
Okay, cool. So as like the other programming languages like C and C++, we have three different steps in this. Like first we have to write the script, and then we have to compile it to check with the errors.
No, we don't have to compile it. We don't have to compile it. We just run it. It's an interpreter. It's an interpreter. Okay, Python is an interpreter language. So interpreter works like when they are running.
Okay.
Like Python in C used to compile it and then we had to run it now, but it's not like this. You compile and run at the same time.
Okay.
There is no concept of compiling, but.
Okay. So as an interpreter, it executes now and then.
It executes at the moment.
Okay. And what was the step that you have been doing before, like copying the link? I mean, the path something and pasting it somewhere. What is it exactly?
First,
actually, just normally, just let me answer. So basically, Rajesh is there when you are dealing with it, when you are using command CMD and you type the pip or something Python, it shows you if you it's showing you error. So that the same time that's when your system is didn't get the address where they can use the whole thing. Okay, so dealing with that or recover with the whole process, you will copy the whole path and address and give it to the computer. Okay, the path, and then he will directly or the machine will directly connect with that. And when you type in the CMD, if you type Python or the pip, it will show you didn't show you error, and it will compile the whole thing and get to that same address.
Okay, so if I'm rightly understanding it, so after writing the program in this Visual Studio Code, it executes in the command prompt. So without this linking, if I do anything straight away, it will not link to the libraries. So we are giving the command prompt to refer the link where it has been stored. That's what, isn't it?
Actually, actually I got the whole thing. But why we are linking this is another thing also. Like for example, if you make a Python file in anywhere in your system. Okay. So that time when you are using any libraries which is inbuilt in the Python file, to grab that whole things, you will give a path to the system because the whole file is coming from the anywhere from the system.
Okay. Thank you for your clarity. Since I still have some certain things that, as I told you, since neither I will call you neither after the session or by tomorrow in the morning, if it is okay for you.
Yeah.
Thank you, man. Thank you.
Carry on.
So I hope everybody over here have downloaded these extensions. Let me check in the chat box if anybody has any doubt. No, it's not necessary to download Visual Studio Code, but since most of our audience today have already discussed with us that they are using VS Code as a primary code editor, so we are like inclining to that so that it's not a problem for everybody.
Kali, I think I got your screenshot, and over there you are, I think, using the CMD. Not type the CMD over there, directly type pip or something, because if you are type this thing, it will show you error. Are you working with the Windows or the another OS? Ishan, am I audible?
Yeah, you are audible.
I didn't get. I think he was using another OS because he was typing CMD and the error is coming with the CMD itself. Okay, guys, if you have any question, you can ask.
Hello, yeah, I have a question. Big question.
Okay.
I think I think most of the people didn't install properly the Python and the CS code. Okay. So if you help by through whatever any text, it will be better for.
Yeah, we can have that out. Those who are facing the same time of problems, you can give me like normal message and give me your NDS number. We can discuss that.
After the session or when?
Yeah.
Sure.
Whenever you're free.
Okay, thank you. Now listening. Thank you.
Yeah.
Bye.
Hello.
Yeah.
Can you please tell me what is the use of VS Code while using Python?
Okay. So basically, Keshav, can you open the IDE? So it will show us a little bit different with Visual Studio Code IDE. Okay, the IDE is a normal normal framework which help you to compile with which already by default given by the Python. So Keshav, type anything over here. As you see that it's working like with line by line, and the same thing is going to happen in the Visual Studio Code. But when you are writing with the whole code, if you want to make a whole structure in a different way, like if you have 1,000 line of code, that means you didn't type 1 again, one again. So for reducing this thing, this type of the frameworks help you to made your code easier way, and it will give you more extension. Like if Keshav writes something in the Visual Studio Code, it will shows a different colors and different things. So that time he can use a more number line of code and compile this thing and at the same time. While you are dealing with the IDE and the notepad, you first save this thing and then compile.
Okay.
Okay, and there are many advantages. So in when the session is going on, then at the same time I will tell you.
Okay.
Amit, I have one more thing. Is there any chance that you people will share any type of this recordings after the session is being
Yeah,
over?
we'll provided that thing in our YouTube channel, and
Okay.
we'll provide you like actually in the yesterday night we have shared a link of our YouTube and other things. So you will follow and go over there. You will get everything in that channel.
Okay. Okay. Cool. If you open for suggestion, can I?
Yeah.
Okay. The first thing, as I said, noticed actually, if you have a chance, just show me some examples. You don't want to run the examples exactly in the live, but you can just show me where this things is being used up. So people like me who are from the not having any background on a Python, so they will get into an idea what exactly it is and where it has been used for. For example, being since I had an experience of being a tutor before. So when I was taking a class for a C or C++, usually I used to start what is C, what is C++, and what type of programming it is, something like that. I was looking for such type of thing. I might be missed it up or whatever it is. I need such type of an basic information. If it is
We will
okay, if you
provide
can.
you not a big issue, but Rajesh, right now we are introducing the Python, not giving you
Okay.
some normal way. We are giving you normal how you can install, how you can perform. When we jump to the code, we give you a real life examples where the real life time examples where Python is working and how they
Cool.
are dealing with this.
Actually, you people are doing an awesome job. Actually, hats off for you from all the people on behalf of every one of them. I'm just taking you a chance to thank you. It's a very great initiative that you people doing on no cost. Actually, so I really thank you for this. Hope it should go further a bit in more detail and more helpful. So
Yeah,
that
Rajesh, we will provide you the whole things. Yeah.
cool. Thank you, man. Thank you.
Okay, Chef, we'll move. Yeah, we'll provide you, Dipti will provide PPT, we will provide you notes, we will provide you examples, we will provide you the everything which will be shown in over here. Don't worry about that. Yeah, Sarthak, we will give you a little bit examples. So I think Keshav, hope so we will end up this one and we'll provide the link and carry on with this thing.
Yeah.
We will solve the problems in with AnyDesk. You will take some problems regarding this. And yes, guys, we suppose is this you can use if you are using the Windows 7, Windows 8, you can use 3.6 version of Python, and below than 3.8 you can use any one of them, because many libraries there which is already made for that Python version, but not still working in the updated versions. Because we are also facing some problem, like if we are using in future point of view when you are using with the PyAudio and other things, it rarely give you a little bit like what we say that some requirement is missing over there if you are dealing with the latest versions. Guys, supposed to do if you are doing with the Python, you are dealing with the Python, do install the normal thing in the 3.6 or 3.7. They will really helpful. Could you share the recording video in the WhatsApp group? Yeah, we will share your link for that thing. Guys, you have any question and any query? Really great interaction also over from the Rajesh and other students, and it's really helpful to us if you are dealing with this same thing. But guys, if you are not interacted, that means we are lagging somewhere. Like if you are suggesting something, that's really good for us. We'll give our best for this. And thank you so much, Rajesh and Khalid, another one. Khalid, you can give me that ID in my WhatsApp
Yeah.
number.
This is Anydesk ID.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
if you can help to install properly, I will be thankful to you.
Send it. Yeah. No. Normally send it to me in the WhatsApp, not in chat right here.
Oh, sure.
And
I already sent it to WhatsApp.
no,
also.
don't send it on the group. Okay, everyone has access to that. Just
Why?
send it
Yeah.
privately. Delete it.
So which number?
Your
Like,
Anydesk
I will
number.
provide you. Wait a minute. I will
Please.
providing you my
Okay,
number.
please. Thank you.
If you have any query, you can drop message in the same WhatsApp number. And Keshav, you will also provide your WhatsApp number. Then he or she can really, if they have a lot of time, like somewhere there's lacking of time and something, you can manage with that.
Actually, how many
Thank-
admin over there? Okay, we have to know.
Let's create another group for serious learner.
Who are the authority and who are the admin of this panel?
Okay, guys, we will deal with that later on. But
Sure.
right now we will deal with your problems, and after that, because in another day we will be giving the real life type examples, and if you have not installed the whole things, it will little bit really facing us many problems with the other students.
Okay. I have shared a link for the Mac users who are having problem with installing Python on Mac.
No, Keshav, I will manage this thing.
Okay. No problem.
But yeah, if they will get from that video, that's really good.
I got one number 4890. Is it Keshav?
Yeah.
Keshav, yeah. Is it
No,
you?
it's Keshav. Yeah, it's Keshav. It's me.
The admin, right?
Yeah.
So I'm sending their WhatsApp. The Anydesk number. Okay.
Okay.
Keshav, thank you.
Code in PyCharm and versus VS Code are the same. Yeah, that's same, but
See, PyCharm mostly focuses on Python, okay, and VS Code it does not only focuses on Python; it focuses on all different languages. Let me show you the extension. You will understand what I'm trying to say. It's Java. Okay, you can install Java. You can use VS Code for Java. You can use VS Code for HTML.
Yeah, and main thing is that Visual Studio Code is a little bit lighter than the PyCharm.
PyCharm, right.
The main difference is there. So guys, we'll end up this session for today. We will meet you soon.
Yeah, from the next
And
class
really
we will start with the course.
So please, before that, just access my my PC, my laptop to install properly. I will have to thank you. By Anydesk. Okay.
Actually, right now I'm requesting you. Can you accept my request, Harit?
I send it to you. Your ID.
Yeah, actually,
WhatsApp number.
Actually, I am sending you request in Anydesk. Please accept my request right now. So I will handle this.
Amit, can you please share the video recording link for the
Yeah,
lecture?
I will share. Yeah, I will send you this one in the uploading. After uploading the YouTube, I will send you the YouTube link.
Are you
So
from
you can
ASR machine? Are you from ASR machine?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm trying to accept you.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you, guys.
Okay, most of them you not why not accepting.
Tomorrow there's just an introduction and we will start with the Python coding.
Just
okay, Juliano.
make system. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or I asked in the group is better because I know the time is already on.
Okay, so what's the time over there right now?
I have to work. It's 4 something, but tomorrow I have to work from 3 to 6 in this one.
Okay,
So it's not working. That's why I just want to know because I know it's one day is skipping, and the
So
other day
you will
kind
get
of
recording. You will get the recording.
Okay, because I have to work on Monday and Wednesday in this way. So I just talk to you later on WhatsApp. Thank you so much.
Welcome. Thanks.
Yeah.
Khalid, are you here? Guys, let's end up this one. Keshav,
Yeah, Amit.
he was trying with the version of Python, so he was not getting it. He was working with the ID, the command prompt of that Python.
Okay.
He was not giving me access. He was moving the mouse. Can you access my laptop, Keshav?
Okay.